table topic master for today, Ms. Hua Nguyen. And before she comes up, Miss Timer, would you please give us the timing for the table topics?
Yes, for table topics, each person will have 1 to 2 minutes. At 1 minute, you'll see the green, 1.5 minutes yellow, and at 2 minutes red.
Thank you. Now, table topic master Hua. Thank you.
Thank you, Kyle, for that speech. Thank you for giving us that surge of motivation to look into other sources of nutrition. For the theme, in correlation to the theme today, why does Leap Day fall in February? Why is February the shortest month of the year? Well, myth has it that originally it was in August, but the Roman Emperor Augustus was jealous he had less days than Julius Caesar in July. So he decided, I'll just pick a month and take away some days. So he ended up picking February. If you had a choice to change the shortest month of the year to another month, what month would it be? Mark.
Table topics master. If I had the opportunity to change it from February, what month would it be? February is really not that bad of a month, I feel like, to change it from. Maybe it's just because we're so used to always having it. I suppose if I had to pick, though, I guess I would go with somewhere in the winter months. But see, I guess it wouldn't matter because we would still be in winter. You would just shorten up and suddenly it'd still be cold outside, but all of a sudden maybe you're into January, but it's really still December. So I don't know. I feel like February is still a good month to have the shortest amount of days in. It's what we know. It's what we've been going with. I don't think it's a bad way to go, and I don't think I don't know what month it would be. Sorry.
Thank you. Now, one of the traditions of Leap Day and Leap Year is in Europe, like in Denmark and Sweden, it would be one day where the woman is allowed to propose to the man versus the other way around. Traditionally, the man proposes to the woman. So that's the one day that traditionally you're allowed to, push outside the norm. So in America, we kind of have that on a smaller scale. Sadie Hawkins dance, where the girls ask the boys to dance. Who did you ask to a Sadie Hawkins dance or any other dance? And how did you do it? Atia.
Thank you very much for that question. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to help you very much because I don't chase the men chase me. I have never gone to a Sadie Hawkins dance. I don't recall there ever being one at my school. Or my grandmother just said, no, you're not going. But I really don't remember there ever being one. Would I have asked someone? Probably. In junior high, I had a crush on Sean Hubbard. Sean Hubbard was just everything to me. All I wanted to be was Sean's girlfriend. And so I actually really pushed to make sure I was in the gifted classes so that I could be in the classes with him. And it got me just a tad bit closer to his desk and so forth. Unfortunately, Sean never saw interest in me. As time went by, it worked out though because he was short and it just didn't work out. He should have had more protein, I guess, along those lines. So it probably worked out because I would have gone to the dance with this short guy, and in reality, I don't really care for a short man.
So, in another theme of leaps, or for Leap Day, I was thinking, okay, what can I do with my kids for Leap Day? Just for fun, it falls on a Sunday, we could go do, or Monday actually. But okay, we can do something over the weekend. So I was looking it up, I was like, I was looking at time capsules Maybe, people buried time capsules for lots of years, but maybe we can bury it for 4 years, dig it up another 4 years, and see what's in it. What would you fill your capsule with? Tim.
Time capsule. What would I fill my capsule with? So I'm going back in time, right? I don't know. I never thought about that, but if I had a choice to fill my capsule with something, it would be money, and lots of it. Raising 5 kids and a family and whole 9 yards of boys. I had 4 boys, 1 girl. Well, I thought my daughter would be the one who would take all my money, but it ended up being my boys. So if I could go back in time, I think what I would do is fill it up with money so that I can be able to enjoy more with them, with their sports and with all the other little things that they like to do. And their clothes and their shoes, because their feet grow. And normally a size 9 shoe would be, $20, $30. But when you get into 14s and 15s and get something special made, money is needed in the family. So I think if I had to go back in time, I'll fill my capsule with money.
So I was watching The Flash last night. Anybody else watch The Flash? Oh, okay, just me. I was watching it last night and I was thinking, it fits into our theme. He was leaping to another universe, right? So if you were to leap into another universe and surge through that black hole, and encounter your alter ego, how would that meeting go? And describe your alter ego. Martin.
Thank you, Madam Toastmaster, for that most inspiring and crazy question. My alter ego. I think my alter ego would probably be some kind of a soap opera star like Kyle. I'm just kidding. I think my alter ego would be an interesting person to talk to. I don't think that my personality would vary very much throughout different universes, but maybe there is one out there where I am some kind of great esteemed leader or supervillain alternatively. I feel like it could go both ways. So talking about plans for world domination on multiple levels, either as a world leader and doing it peacefully or doing it as a supervillain, I think would be very interesting. Because not that I think about it very often, but I think there are definitely ways that you can tweak the world to your whims. Different games you can play with people and societies, and you can probably do it for the force of good and make life a little easier and distribute the wealth a little and eliminate some wars. But ultimately it would kind of be an interesting discussion about philosophy, I think, because philosophy is something that to me is very near and dear to my heart. Anytime I think about it and I start talking to someone about it, I get really excited. I sort of surge forward in thinking and discussing that. So, and I know I definitely won't have enough time in my life to read about all the different philosophies. So I would hope that my alter ego would have read the stuff that I hadn't, so we could have a very nice quid pro quo type of argument about that. Thank you, Madam Toastmaster.
So recently I've also watched another movie, or movies, Interstellar and The Martian. Anybody else see that?
Yes.
I love that. Those 2 movies are really good. But they explored the universe, and you're going through black holes, and it's kind of a leap through time because you're losing years as you're traveling through space. And you're losing years in your life with your family and loved ones and friends. Would you do it, Wayne?
Okay, so would I
Travel through time.
travel through time in these years? I don't think I would. I think I would want to enjoy my time here and now and enjoy the company that I'm in. and be able to experience things that I haven't been able to quite yet experience. And I did see Interstellar, and it was kind of bittersweet. I thought it was kind of a neat concept that this guy goes out into space, and then as he's going out into space, depending upon which, I guess, zone he was in, time would go or fluctuate, and go faster or slower depending upon which area he was in. And it made me think about my own life and how much I appreciate the relationships that I'm in now, and how much sometimes I wish that things would just fast forward, like working. I wish it would just fast forward so I could be retired and then not have to worry about work. But in the meantime, I would hate to miss out on a whole bunch of other things that had happened. And in the story of Interstellar, he had missed out on his daughter. I don't want to do a spoiler alert, but anyways, he missed out on his daughter growing up and having a family and all of that, and realized, now that she's older, what is he missed out on all of this stuff, so he really doesn't even know who she is. So my overall answer is probably no. I just keep it the way that it is.
Our last question. In other parts of the world, leap day could be considered unlucky, kind of like Friday the 13th. We've already heard Murphy's Law and his unlucky day with Wayne. Helen, will you come up and recount a day that was extremely unlucky for you? Or it was just a horrible day?
Thank you for that question, Madam Table Topic Master. There was one day, I remember when I was a teenager, I was this ditzy teenager, and it was a very busy day. I had already gotten my driver's license. I think I was around 16. So there was something going on that day. Well, several things going on. I think I went to school that day, and I might have gone to the store, and I went to someone's house for some church event. But I remember I was so out of it that day, I actually locked myself out of the car twice in one day. And the first time, I think I was able to call home and someone bring me the keys. But the second time, it didn't go so well. And I think I remember I had to call a locksmith and actually pay the money for a locksmith to get into my car. So I don't know what was wrong with me that day. I just woke up and my brain must have not been in place or something. And I surged throughout the day running from place to place without a brain in, and that's why I locked my keys in my car twice in that same day. Wow. So that was my very unlucky day.
I think we might just do one more because, we got to hear from Mr. Table Topic. In England, leap day is not considered or not recognized as a legal day. Now, when I think about it, I'm like, what does that mean? Is it like the purge where you can just do things and you don't get caught or criminalized? What would you do if leap day over here in America was not a legal day? Don't murder anyone, though. Aaron.
As you can imagine, my mind is surging with ideas of what I would do on this day. On this very illegal leap day, I would implement the rule that there are no there is no organizational hierarchy that day. Your CEO, the new hire, they're all equal. If you violate this rule, the roles are switched for a month. I do believe that this would allow everyone to respect one another. It would bring a surge of engagement within the company as people interact with one another and they look forward to this day. You can be mean today, but on a legal leap day, I'm coming for you. That is what I will implement. Thank you.
I don't know if it's enforceable if it's not a legal day.
Hey.
Madam Toastmaster.
Thank you. Thank you all for those very thought-provoking questions. I love them. Now I would like to introduce our general evaluator, Mr. Martin Guecki, to come up and give us the evaluation for our meeting.
Madam Toastmaster, I will start calling up evaluators after I ask our timer to explain the timing rules for the two evaluators.
Yes, for evaluations, you'll have 2 to 3 minutes. At 2 minutes, you will see green, 2.5 minutes yellow, and at 3 minutes red with 30 minutes to wrap. 30 seconds.
Hold on a second.
All right, staying here through lunch. All right. So for the first speech evaluator, I would like to call up Mr. Aaron Wright, who will be evaluating Weston.
You may have noticed